Hello everyone, another guide video here. This is a very specific one, but one I felt I should cover anyway because I can't really release this as like its own MKDHook mod because I don't know what people want out of this, right? I just think it's very interesting. I think a lot of people would enjoy fucking around with this. It's quite useless, and I'm going to jump straight into it. This won't take long. If you want to know how you even look at this, so this is the MKDHook file, right? And that has like its own C code that you can look at in Microsoft Visual Studio, and you can fuck around with it. It does not include like every game file. It's the ones that were specifically modified for MKDHook. I still don't really get how you fuck around with the game files. So that's why my modding, if you want to call it that, is very limited, because I can modify this and I know like basic coding and see, or I can look up guides figure out. That's how I have my ladder mod. I can't give you like a tutorial on how to do something like that because that required specific code. However, there is a video by JohnTheSmallKid. I will put it at the top of the description. It's going to tell you how you get this, how you open this. It requires a few things, and I'd just be echoing what was already said. That's how I figure out how you actually access this. Because I think that's the most confusing part, even as someone who knows a bit of coding, which I say generously to myself. But the hardest part is figuring out, well, how do you access fucking around with that stuff? If I do figure out how to fuck around with the game files and stuff, then we'll see what I can do. But at the moment, it seems like quite a tedious process and a confusing one. So it's probably best I focus on other stuff, right? There's other cool people doing mods and stuff. I think deception modding does not end at UMKD, which is very, very fucking cool. But I'm yapping. So basically, watch JohnTheSmallKid's video. It's very useful. You'll figure it out, surely, from that. But basically, I want to show this specific thing I found, which is in the MKDHook C file. There's a list here. Select screen entry. There are two tables here. On the right side, you can kind of like scroll through, and this is like everything that's there, and you can modify whatever. Some will have the characters, and they have their moves list. You can actually change the special move inputs. That's another weird thing. I'm not going to bother showing it here, but that's the thing. But yeah, there's two tables here. Below is also the NPC select table, and if you've noticed, this is not in the order that they normally are in. What I did for just funsies, I just kind of... Why did I say funsies? I'm sorry. What I did is I separated them by like error. So like the original trilogy characters are on the first select screen and 3 errors on the second one. That's not how I want to do it, but I thought that'd be cool to look at. So that's the example I'm using. When you first get this, it is in the actual order, which, funny enough, has the GameCube character order, where, like, I can't remember who exactly, but, like, Havoc's, like, swapped with, like, Sindel or some shit. I can't remember who's who, but, Kenshin Jade, that's the other one. That kind of sort around. You can sort that back if you want to, but, you know, I want to be weird. I want to be a fucking perfectionist. I want the perfect roster organization, which, you seen, like, my Tanya video, that's kind of... I think I've changed it again from there. That's kind of like the layout I want. That's how I want it organized. But yeah, also worth knowing, you can mix and match. You can put NPCs on any page. You can put the mod characters on the first page. You can put the base characters on whatever page. You can mix and match. You are quite free to do whatever with that regard. You can also modify the NPC table. I don't show it in this one. I have it disabled because the main one I use, I kind of put the relevant NPCs in like the blank slots because there's still not a full second roster yet. So I don't really need the third page because of that. But yeah, basically, you kind of just want to copy whatever, and the formatting doesn't matter because, I mean, you'll see I've got like a couple entries that aren't even formatted because I just kind of copied them off my notepad. Which that's something I do. If you want multiple layouts, I just stick one in a notepad and like copy it over when you want to. And that's how I get to fuck around with this stuff without losing the actual table I want to use when I'm playing. But yeah, it says there, P-select table NPC. I don't think you can make more. I think that requires modding the actual game files. But you can just change everything with this. So like that includes like a head, scorpion, like it includes everything there. So let's cover what each of these mean. Head scorpion, that is why is it head random? Oh, that's just how it is for the default ones. I've generally forgot, but I know the body and the body for the alt, that is referring to the preview image. So like their little render, and then the alts also have their own render. So that's what that is. Oh, they all have head random. That's probably a random select thing. I don't actually know what that does. So the one that says head and then a name, that is assigning what the character is. That's where I got confused. So head scorpion, that means when you pick that slot, you load in a scorpion. So like, I don't show it here because that's just fucking crazy. But like I could have like a roster of all Dairyus, but then you select the Dairu and you get fucking Hataru, right? You are free to fuck with this as much as you want. You can go to my channel. I did a video, a whole screen with just all Cobras. You can change the number, the difficulty number. I don't think it needs to be a number. I think you can write text out. I haven't checked. You can change the names of the fighting styles listed and whatnot too. So if you want to fix like typos like Quando in this game, then you can do that. It does not change the actual like the bottom corner of the in-game screen text. It doesn't do that, but I know there's texture packs that change that. So you can change all that. You can fuck around with it all. You can mix and match whatever you want. So there's that. So what I'm going to do as an example, just to change something. I've already got my own list here. That's what I'm messing with. So like, let's say at the end of this roster, because right now it's just monster. Let's make it like the NPC noob. So I'm going to take a line, I'm going to copy it. That's all you need to do. There's an example for like every NPC, every character with the default list, because of course everyone's on the select screen. So if you need the exact like code stuff, then you've got it. I mean, it's pretty simple to figure out, right? Like you can just like hell, even for this like NPC noob, you could like make like the head instead of wait no head Cobra. So the head thing means the actual little select screen portrait. And okay, the actual name you give it is the character name. That's what it was. I'm sorry, I fucking forgot. So you can't just name it whatever. The name is tied to a character. That's what it is. So you've got names. You've got like these specific numbers. It's a mod thing. Same for like the sound, because it's like this is modded in the announcer sound files. So you've only got for the base ones. But then with the orange text stuff, you've got portrait, random, just that's the same for everyone. Body is, so that's noob 2, but he doesn't have like a portrait. He doesn't have like an icon thing, does he? I don't think he does. And Scorpion Art, which it doesn't I don't think it shows that. That's definitely, I swear that's for the costumes, right? I mean, even says a Scorpion alt. I think that's how it is. So I think those are for the renders. And then at the end, of course, those are the text for the fighting styles and the difficulty of the character. So if you really disagree with some of the difficulty rankings, then, you know, change it. Oh, I missed that. Sorry. You go to build when you're done, and then build MKDHook, right? So we've put the noob NPC on the end of the page, which, if I didn't say this either, the order, right? It's just the order that determines where they go in. So like Scorpion's at the start. So Scorpion's going to be in the top left. So it goes left to right each row. That's the order. I'm sorry if that was yappy. That's taking me 11 minutes to point out that was an important detail. I'm sorry. I'm not going to do this. This is why I don't want to do a full guide thing, because I'll just fucking yap. But I just want to make sure the info's there. Like if I confuse you, like give a comment. I'm better writing stuff out. Like I would re-record, but really I can't help myself. It take a while. When it's finally built, it'll say at the bottom when it's built. And then you go to scripts, you get your new mkdhook.elf file, and then I'm going to go find my PCX2 fork with plugins. Go to plugins, which if you have MKD, you'll have this, of course. And then replace it. I'm going to boot up the game now, and then show you. But yeah, guys, if this has been confusing, just let me know. But really, it is just the list. You just go through the list and organize it however you want. Just copy and like paste the names, swap them around. You don't need any code knowledge, right? Because all the stuff's there. You break something, just undo, or you can just download the hook file again. I can recommend making just a copy of the base MKDHook file, but you don't need it. So yeah, as you can see, this is kind of the order, right? Like Scorpion's at the front, and then you go through, and it's like each game. But then Noob's at the end here with like the Cobra locked icon. That's the second page. If you check back, you'll see the list aligned with this from left to right, top to bottom row. And just show you. Now it loads in the new NPC as my character. In fact, this is not just a visual thing, it does affect the order. That's a ladder mod thing if you want to know about the fucking ladder mod thing I have, then I can put that in the description as well, I suppose. That's another thing I did with MKDHook. But yeah, look, it's the MT new. Ignore the color, that's just my custom texture thing. Which I also did a guide on how you do custom textures and whatnot. But yeah, that is about it for this video. Thanks for watching. This is longer than it should have been, to be honest, but I think I've covered everything. If you need anything, let me know. Otherwise, I'll see you next time. Bye.